What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. Today we're gonna talk about not DeAndre Ayton. We're gonna talk about DeAndre Jordan, a guy that has made a name for himself playing with the Los Angeles Clippers, playing with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Last year he was able to show why he's one of the best players. I'm not the biggest DeAndre Jordan fan. And a lot of my subscribers already know that because I've been covering the NBA for years. But one thing I would definitely say is he is a player that's going to be wanted by some teams just because of his talent, his work ethic. He became one of the best rebounders in the game. He's one of the best inside interior defenders, and the guy makes an impact on the game. He's not the best scorer. He can't post up. He can't shoot free throws, but some team is gonna see DeAndre Jordan and they're gonna say, "Hey, we got to sign this guy up." He's only making 22 million this year. Obviously, his contract is coming up. He got a player option to either opt in for 22 million or opt out and try to get a long-term deal with either the Clippers or another team that can offer him 4 years. The Clippers can offer him 5, and let's talk about the top 5 teams that can potentially use DeAndre Jordan. The first team I was going to talk about was obviously the Boston Celtics, my team. Because Al Horford to me is not really a center or rim protector. Obviously, that has changed now because he was able to lock up Joel Embiid. He was able to make it tough on guys like Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson because he can stretch out the floor, he can guard multiple positions, and he can play as a passer inside or out, and he's a diverse offensive player, so he's a unique in that regard. And obviously, if you use DeAndre Jordan, if you sign DeAndre Jordan or trade to open up space to get him, you would definitely have a better rim protector, somebody that's athletic and will allow Al Horford to play the power forward position, which he really should be playing because he has the size and everything. But he's been playing center his whole career, but he's more of a stretch forward to me. And DeAndre Jordan can go in there and heal his biggest weakness, which is rebounding and rim protection. And you'll be able to get that with DeAndre Jordan. Obviously, Brad Stevens will make DeAndre Jordan significantly better because he can utilize him better than anybody else in the league besides Greg Popovich, and he can make him get a Clint Capella-like role, a guy that's pivotal for their success, but at the same time, a guy that has minimum talent but still has potential to be better. And you can put him in some spots where he can be a dominant player offensively because they will have to read or react to what he does when he's set the screen, even if he just dives to the basket, if he makes the right pass, if he kicks out, he can be a dynamic player just like that. And he did it for the Clippers. He has improved, and that's what I want to talk about. Maybe he opts back in or opts out and sign a long-term deal. Doc Rivers been using DeAndre Jordan for years. They have the chemistry. They play with. They have the chemistry. They've been playing together. Doc Rivers been coaching DeAndre for the last couple of years. He had some success with him when Blake Griffin went down, and they got rid of Chris Paul and eventually got rid of Blake. They still was damn near a playoff team without Blake or CP, and I feel like that surprised a lot of people that they was able to stay competitive and they had less talent and they barely missed the playoffs. But I can see him still staying in LA because he lives in Los Angeles for almost 10 years, and he has a fan base. He has players that want him. He has a coach that want him back. Um, and even though he almost left to Dallas, he still showed commitment that he wanted to stay. He hasn't asked for a trade. Even when everybody else got traded, he stayed on the roster and they made a run for the playoffs. And it was an amazing thing for the city. But, having Doc Rivers and on the coach is going to give you the minutes, they're going to utilize you, and also, knows you best, and you have teammates you already been playing with. No place is like home. So I can see him being drafted, and now he's staying in LA again. But like I said, he did almost leave to Dallas, and that's the next team. Dallas Mavericks is a team that got Nerlens Noel. They said he's lazy. They haven't been able to reach a deal. So I can see a guy like Nerlens Noel getting an offer sheet that Dallas might just turn down in general because they already experienced him. They know how he worked. They know how he play. They know obviously that Nerlens Noel might not be the guy at that center position for them in the future, and they might try to make another run at DeAndre Jordan if he opts out. And they have the cap space to a certain extent, and they have a lot of tradable and movable assets to get the numbers that he wants. Plus, having Dennis Smith and Harrison Barnes and another top 10 pick under your belt to build towards the future, they can draft a power forward to take Dirk's spot. Obviously, they can draft a new shooting guard. Um, and, at the end of the day, that puts them in a good position having DeAndre Smith and Harrison and another top 10 pick together. Obviously, that would be very beautiful, and Rick Carlisle wouldn't be complaining because he's an offensive and defensive genius when he has the right personnel. He just haven't had the right personnel, and that's why he's not making the playoffs because he don't have enough talent. Coaching only can get you so far, especially in the Western Conference. Greg Popovich still had an all-star in LaMarcus Aldridge, and they was able to make the playoffs. So he needs some type of help. He needs some type of identity with the team now. And if they're not going to build directly through the draft, they're going to have to sign some free agents to speed up the process. Something that Danny Ainge did, trading Rondo, letting go of Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, and 3 years later they in the playoffs and in the Eastern Conference Finals back-to-back seasons, even without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. And last year they was playing with a beat-up Isaiah Thomas. So coaching can only take you so far, and you'll still need some talent. And I think I definitely think that that's something that they can correct down the line in Dallas. They got rid of a championship team, and now they've been in the hole trying to get back to that championship caliber, and it takes years to get back there unless you sign a big free agent. And DeAndre Jordan will be a piece that can accelerate that process. Another team that he can potentially go to will definitely be the Chicago Bulls. Everybody was saying that DeAndre Jordan that the Chicago Bulls need a rim protector to go alongside Lauri Markkanen. And I don't know if you want to offer DeAndre Jordan out of all players the max when you're so young with Dunn, Zach LaVine, and Lauri. And then you still have guys like Portis and stuff that can make a big contribution to the team. I definitely think Lauri can play the 5. I think Bobby Portis can play the 4. Neither one of them are rim protectors. Neither one of them are defensive minded. They're more offensive and versatile power forwards and centers because they have the size to play either position. But if you want somebody that can give you the rebounds and give you the interior presence and give you some shot blocking too, why not pick up DeAndre Jordan to accelerate their process and make them a contender in the East, depending on the development of and the recovery of Zach LaVine and the development of Dunn and Lowry. This team can definitely be a 45, 43, 41 win team, and that might be good enough to make it out of the East. Make it into the East, but then again, you strapping yourself down with a big, massive contract. You might make the playoffs, but you might not be as you won't be in prime position to sign other big free agents, or unless you're just trying to keep the players you already got and hopefully they develop into superstars, then you wouldn't care offering DeAndre Jordan a max. And he's not as old as people think, but he's been around in the league so much, and he's been on winning teams also. So I definitely can see Chicago being interested. They was interested in Tyson Chandler when they got him. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if they was interested in a DeAndre Jordan type of player. Definitely if they don't want to get a center in the draft. So those are the teams I can particularly see DeAndre Jordan going to. Obviously, Indiana, another place if they want to, move Miles Turner to the power forward position, or they want to move, on and go to pair up Miles Turner and Victor Oladipo together and add that other piece to see if they can make a deeper run. But like I said, they will lock them down in cap space in the future. But it's a move that you never know what can happen. And if you do be able to sign a free agent of his caliber, obviously, make you a better team now, but it'll strap you down with a cap in the future. So Some teams are willing to take those risks, and we see that every year, doing anything they possibly can to get better, doing anything they possibly can to make the playoffs, doing anything possible for them to potentially make that championship move. As you've seen, Tristan Thompson and some of the Cavaliers teams was some teams that definitely wanted to get DeAndre Jordan in the trade deadline. So he's wanted, he's coveted, and he still can make a difference on the right team. And if you got the right players, he can make their job easier while they can make his job easier, and he can be a threat offensively, a la Clint Capella and Rudy Gobert type players that definitely starters, definitely all NBA caliber players, and they have potential to be even better. And like I said, it all depends on what talent is around them and how they utilize DeAndre Jordan. He can be a very good threat and a very great player in the right system around the right team. And if you can get him for the right salary, that's even better. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you think about DeAndre Jordan in the comment section below.